So I read an article that people are spending more money on gambling in the United States than they're putting in their retirement plans. So, what do you think of this, Brian? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I think it's crazy. I mean, what I've seen is, or what I've read, is that for every $2 an individual spends gambling, there's $1 that's put into retirement plans. So I don't know if people think that gambling is a form of saving for retirement. What do you think, Lynn, about that?
I don't know. Maybe they think investing is gambling, and they're like, well, I'd rather gamble than invest in gamble. But is investing really a gamble?
No. I think, once again, like Warren Buffett says, what is his favorite, holding period for stock? Forever. And he says he's an investor, not a trader. And what I mean by a trader is not a trader in the sense of, going against something.
Yeah, trader with
a
Z.
trader in individuals trade stocks left and right, just like they're gambling. And in many respects, nobody really knows where a stock is headed. What you do know is, the basic fundamentals of a stock. If you find the basic fundamentals of a stock, it's well managed. It's a well managed company. Their earnings, are good. Basically they have good fundamentals. You stick with that stock for the long term, and as Warren Buffett says, it's not gambling, it's investing. And in the long run, you make money. So I think for most individuals, I think maybe it could be the high of thinking, that they're trading that stock in and out, that they can actually beat the market. But in reality, studies have shown that just doesn't happen. That's gambling.
Yeah. Well, also investing over time, right, has been like, 9-10% return, historic return over the stock market?
Yeah, over the past, to the past, 50, 60, 70 years, past 10 years. I mean, we've had, above 9, 10, 12% returns just by investing in something like the S&P 500 index, which is the largest companies in the U.S. Index, stock market index. So once again, you just properly diversify, and you're going to make money, and it's not gambling. I mean, the gamble is with stocks is that you never know when they're going to go up and when they're going to go down. I mean, it's that volatility that some years we're going to get a 30% gain in the market in a diversified portfolio. In other years, we're going to get a minus 30%. But once again, if you stick tight to that strategy within reason, you're going to see really robust returns that give us returns above inflation, and that's the other thing. So once again, but the one thing you don't want to do is, if you're entering retirement, is to have all your eggs in that stock basket, because in that regards, if you get caught in the first couple of years into a bear market, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen, then you're subject to what they call negative sequence of return, and you have a lower probability of success for the rest of your retirement. So that's why you do need some protection within a stock only portfolio when entering or already in retirement.
Yeah. There was another statistic too, with regards to gambling. It was 14%, something about 14%.
Says, I'm not exactly sure what study it was, but it was a study.
Yeah.
A documented study that said that gambling, in the recent uptick in gambling, because of online gambling and such,
that's huge.
There's now a 14% reduction in retirement savings, directly due to the fact that people are investing more, or not investing more in gambling money away. And we all know that these casinos aren't making billions and billions of dollars. Not that this is a advertisement for anti-gambling, but I'm not a gambler, to tell you the truth. But the bottom line is that you don't win in the long run when you gamble.
No.
I mean, you may get a high when you win.
It's a loser's game.
It's a loser's game. I mean, the casinos are not losing money. Believe me, they're making millions of dollars while losing hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So it's a fool's game.
Well, there's something like I don't know. Is was it, like $68 million, or maybe it's billion, 68 million or billion is going to be gambled for this year's Super Bowl.
No, it was. I believe it was the billion, the B number, not the M number. And I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And once again, it sounds exciting. And my whole thing is that with gambling, I always say that it can be fun, but know when to say when. I mean, and that's tough because that's where it gets very dangerous. But I would always say, have some fun with it. Gamble what you're willing to lose. And when you lose, just smile and say, hey, I knew that was going to happen anyways. But if you win, then smile, but don't say, okay, well, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to try to double it. I mean, take your winnings and be happy.
And invest in your retirement.
Yeah, pump it into your retirement, exactly. But, I wouldn't even, think of it. Of course, you're joking about that, but I wouldn't even think of it that way. I mean, because, you're not taking, $10,000 of your, of your 401k or IRA monies and saying, okay, I'm going to put that on, Mahomes being the MVP at 125% probability.
Well, no, I'm saying it because statistics are showing that people are, in lieu of investing in their retirement savings, they're spending it on gambling. So
yeah. Just gamble what you feel comfortable with and you can afford to lose. Because just understand that, once again, most people, these odds makers, I mean, they're brilliant mathematicians. They're brilliant statisticians. And they know that, most people are going to lose and there are going to be a few winners. So if you walk away from the Super Bowl winning a couple $100 or something like that, just smile. And if you end up losing $100 or whatever it may be, or $10 or $1, whatever it is, understand that after that it's over. No more.
So who's going to win the Super Bowl? Want to bet?
Ooh, that's a really tough bet because right now I believe what I saw. Now once again, I'm not a gambler, so I just heard this. I looked it up actually before our conversation here, but I think right now KC, the Chiefs, are a 1.5 point favorite over the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's a slim margin.
I'm gonna say I don't like either team because I am an ex-Patriot, a diehard Patriots fan, so I don't like either team. But I'll say this: I think it's going to be an upset.
By the Eagles.
I think the Eagles are going to take it. I think they look pretty tough. Although I'll say this as well, I think the Kansas City Chiefs have been playing very well the last 3 or 4 weeks, and Philadelphia have been playing pretty well also. So the two hottest teams in the league right now are going into the final game, and I think it's a toss-up, but bet on the Kansas City Chiefs because I'm not a good gambler.
All right.
I think that's